Hello friends, I am Harinder, having an experience of around 20 years for training the students for various competitive exams. Students, yesterday one of my students, Rishabh, came to me and asked about the strategy to crack the logical reasoning section of the CMAT exam. So I discussed with him the strategy and a few of the actual CMAT questions as reported by the students for CMAT, and at the same time the way to solve those questions. I think it would have been really very helpful to him, and I'm going to share the same with you as well. So students, before we discuss the strategy, let's just have an idea about the number of questions which appear there in this section. Students, CMAT last 2 years, 14, 15, all the exams which have been conducted have 25 questions, and the marks per question have been 4 as a standard procedure with 1/4 negative. That is, this section becomes a total of 100 marks section. And the students, the questions have been basically based on the areas. It has been a paper flooded with puzzles based on analytical reasoning, based on height, coding. Then there have been some syllogism questions, some assignment games. A very few of the questions were based on relations, directions, etc. Right? So let's have a look at a few of the questions and solve those. I'll solve a few of the questions for your practice as well. So here comes the first question. This question, students, you can have a look. It talks about 4 professors, square table. So if they are sitting something like this, exactly 1 on each side, A is sitting to the immediate left of B. As nothing is given, so let me assume here, say A was sitting here. Now A is sitting to the immediate left of B. So that tells us B has to be at this position, because all will be facing towards the center. So now C is sitting to the immediate right of D. There are 2 places left and 2 persons left, C and D. Given is C is to the immediate right of D. That means D has to be here and C has to be here. C is to the immediate right of D. Now what is the question? Who is sitting opposite to A? As you can see, opposite to A is person D. So your answer becomes option number 3. Right, students? Moving on, this question. This question is based on coding. Code for intelligent is given, and you have to find the code for entertainment. Right? Now here, you can see the code of the letter I is given as F. So in terms of position, students, I comes at position number 9, J comes at position number 6, that is, it is -3. You can also call it 2 letters have been left in between. Then N is 14, K is 11. Again, it is -3, so that means it is probably a constant one. You can check something in between. Say L is 12th letter. The code of L is given to be I, which is the 9th letter. Again -3. T is 20 and Q is 17, so it is -3 again. Now, we need to find the code for entertainment. E is at the position number 5. -2 gives you position number 2. And the letter at the second position is B. Then you can see among the options given, N is at position number 14, -3 is 11, so it has to be followed by K, so it rejects second option. Then you can just have a look in the first and third option. So many codes are given common. Here, this code has a difference, that is a 7th letter. So 7th letter here is A. If you do A -3, you land at letter X, right? So X, so probably this is the answer, but because none of these is also there, you need to find the complete code by doing -3. So T -3 is Q. You need to check for the whole word, and answer becomes the third option, right? Moving on further, students, this one. It's again a puzzle question. Let's see what is given. They are talking about 8 fruits. OMP, we can call it in the terms of short form. 2 boxes, equal weight. So 2 boxes of equal weight, and each will carry same number of fruits. So fruits will be 4 each. And he says orange and pineapple will be together. So you can say orange and pineapple, say they are here. They will not be with watermelon. This means watermelon will go to the other box. Mango and strawberry cannot be with pineapple. Say pineapple has come here. This means mango and strawberry will go to the other side. Blueberry will be in the same box with orange and guava. So blueberry will come here along with guava will also come here. So one fruit left. And he says apple, one more fruit will be with blueberry. So this means apple will come here because it's already given the number of fruits happen to be equal. The students, we can make the order here. You can see what was the question here. Question was apple and watermelon are in the same box. Which are the other two fruits in the same box? The water and apple melon, that is mango and strawberry. Alright students. So this option saying mango and strawberry becomes your answer. Simple question. Let's move on. This question students. Now students, normally this question consumes so much of your time when you solve it. Right, Saurabh and Karthik, they play tennis and basketball. Manpreet, Lokesh, and this very importantly, if you see here, I'll just show you. Two people, two more people, one common, so 5 people. Ganesh is the 6th person, Prakash is the 7th person, and so on. Mind it, there are 4 options, so can I say it's only the 4 persons we should be bothering about? One learning. Second learning students, see the question talks about you want to know, send for a person who play tennis, swimming and badminton. Mind it, there are, I can see around 6-7 games. But as we need only for 3 games, so we should only create the table for those 3 games. Right? Now, the 4 players which we need to think about as given in the question, they are Saurabh, Karthik, Manpreet and Lokesh. Now students, the games if you try to list. See, the first game that we take is tennis. Say we take tennis here, and then it is swimming, and then it is badminton. Mind it, there are 2 games with the name B, so we need to write badminton. Now you need to draw a diagram for this. Now let's read the information. He says Saurabh and Karthik, they play tennis and basketball. Mind it, basketball we don't need, so only tennis. So students, let's make horizontal lines here as well. So they all play tennis. The 2 people that they are being named as Saurabh and Karthik, they both play tennis. So we put a tick here. Then Lokesh and Manpreet, they are in athletics. We don't need tennis and swimming. So tennis and swimming, Lokesh and Manpreet. Tennis and then swimming, they both. Then Karthik and Nikhil. We only need Karthik, good in athletics and badminton. So Karthik, we can put a tick in badminton. Nikhil, we are not making. Ganesh, we don't need. Lokesh are good in badminton and hockey. Lokesh is good in badminton and hockey. And here you can stop because all the 3 ticks have come in front of the player Lokesh. As the question cannot have 2 answers, you can stop here and mark the answer as Lokesh. So students, you can see there are 8 people, maybe 9 people. We needed only 4. There are 7 games. We require only 3. We focus on only those. Right? So let's move on to the next question. This one. Again, it's a coding based question students. The multiple one. Let's learn here. See, Ni, Tim, see, who is it? Means where is it? Mind it, is and it are the 2 common words. And the 2 common codes are Ni and see. So that means the code for the word where will become this, and code for the word who will be this. Your question is who is where. So you already know the code has to have TIM, Tim and Blee. So that means option number 2 and 4 are rejected. Now we are left with 1 and 3. You want to know the code for the word is. It is either SEE or NEE. Right? Now let's move further. BCT means where is what. Right? So students, here is has come here. And the code out of those 2 that we are left is only C. That means the code for the word is C. So option 1 becomes your answer. Right, students? It's a simple question. Let's move on. This one. Now, students, here some symbols are given along with their meanings, and we have to answer certain questions. So, these are the symbols with the meanings given. We have made here for you. Now, these symbols, the basic question says X, this symbol Y means X is less than Y, and plus means Y is not equal to Z. Now this is the question given. Now let's compare the options given one by one. First says X minus Y. Minus means equal. Now it says X is equal to Y. What do we read in the main question? It is X is less than Y. So this means first option cannot be our answer. Go to the second. X multiplied by Y. Multiply means greater than equal to. Now it says X is greater than equal to Y, whereas a question says X is less than Y. So this does not imply this as well. Moving on, students. Question is slightly tricky here. X triangle Y. Now triangle here is being defined as not greater than. Mind it, if X is not greater than Y, we know X is equal to Y, so it is not greater is a true statement. And then secondly, it says Y is less than Z. And what do we read in the main statement, students? It is Y is not equal to Z. If Y is not equal to Z, it could be less than Z, it could be more. So the third statement becomes absolutely the right one. Right, students? Let's move on to the next question. Yeah, here Mac is brother of Tina and brother-in-law of this. Okay, let's make the family tree over here, students. In this, Mac, let me write it as M, is given to be the brother of Tina because there are two T's, and brother-in-law of Tim. Now Mac is the brother of Tina, so it's a positive sign. Positive we put for a male, and brother-in-law of Tim, this means Tina and Tim are a couple. Right? Now, Sharon has two children and her son-in-law is Tim. So that tells us Tim happens to be a male. So Tina happens to be a female. Then the name of this person is given to be Sharon. So let me write here Sharon. There is another lady, Sheba also. So Sheron. Now she has two children. So obviously her children are, one is M and other is Tina. Sheba's grandmother is Sharon. Now Sheba has to come somewhere and Sheba's grandmother is Sharon. Now Tina, mind it, this Tina has different spellings. This was the catch in the question. Tina is Sheba's aunt. It is not this Tina, it is another Tina. So if she is aunt and Sharon is the grandmother, so this means she has to be either the daughter of M or the daughter of Tina. But other Tina is given to be Sheba's aunt. The only possibility left over is that Mac is married to the other person, that is Tina, T-E-E-N-A. She has to be a female. Now, and because she is aunt to Sheba, so that means Sheba has to be the daughter of Tina and Tim. So let's see which of the following statements is true. Sheba is daughter of Tim. You cannot be sure about this as the gender of Sheba is not known. Though it could be true, it is not definite. Tina is Tim's sister-in-law. No, they are a married couple, so Tina is wife. Sorry, Tina, T-E-E-N-A. Oops, I'm so sorry. Tina, T-E-E-N-A is Tim's sister-in-law. You can see she, Tina, is married to Mac, who is the brother of Tina, T-I-N-A. Yes, so Tina is the sister-in-law. So second option becomes your answer. Right, students? Moving on to the next question. Now, you can see this is a question on syllogism. So statements are given. Three statements are there, followed by the conclusion. The statements are all bananas are apples. Some apples are oranges. Now let's make it all bananas are apples, some apples are oranges, so we can make oranges like this, then all oranges are grapes. Now all oranges are grapes can be made like this. Now the conclusions are some grapes are bananas. You can see it is not definitely true. Some grapes are apples. You can say because oranges are intersecting with apples. So some grapes are apples will definitely be true. And some oranges are bananas. You can see even that is not true. So only the second conclusion follows. So this becomes our answer, right? Moving on to the next question. So students, this is another question on syllogism. So you can try this question of your own, followed by the conclusions. Then, in this question is talking about 7 friends. Mira is given to be taller than Hema. So M you can say is taller than H as well as K. R is not the tallest but taller than M. No, or R is given to be taller than M. After that, N is shorter than H. As H is already placed here, let me write it here. Now N is shorter than H, means H is taller. Juhi is taller than Hema. So you can place Juhi over here. But shorter than K. So you can place K over here. Now students, you already know M is taller than K. And then R is given to be taller than M. Now very importantly, it states that R is not the tallest. And you have already have 6 persons arranged. So the 7th person left is I. So that has to be taller than R, as R is not the tallest. So who is the 5th person if they are ranked in the ascending order? So N, H, J, K and M. So students, the answer will become M here, that is Mira. Right? So let's move on to the next question. There's another question on syllogism. You can try it of your own. Now see this question based on directions. So students, I think you already know how we place the directions. We know we take this as well as this to represent north, south, east and west. Now as per the question, Mohan is going in the northwest direction. So students, if you say Mohan is here right now, so he will go this way. Now from here he takes 90 degree in the clockwise direction. From here, if you take 90 degree, it will be this and then this. So you can say Mohan will be going towards this direction. Now there he finds a traffic jam. So he takes another route by running 135 in the anti-clockwise direction, students. So 135 to the this will be, it is this way. So 90 is this plus 45 more. So that means from here he will turn to this one. Now in which direction he is moving right now, students? You can see right now his direction happens to be west. Right students? So I think from this you would have gained how to go for this logical reasoning section of CMAT exam. Now students, these are the answers for 8 questions followed by 4 more answers. Now as you have gone through this video on logical reasoning, similarly we have videos on verbal ability, we have video on mathematics and general knowledge as well. Right students? So you can go through all that. Thank you so much. Happy learning.